Lovely. My name's Josh, not Luke, but fuck it, we'll go with it. It's not a bad guess though, to be fair, Luke's my middle name, so we'll go with that. I almost didn't make it here today. I woke up and my car weren't working, so I looked at the trains. None of the trains were on, so replacement bus services. And then I remembered, I've just had a baby, so I fucking walked it just to get out of the house. I'd do anything for a fucking no way. We almost broke up during the pregnancy. We got the scan picture, and she showed it to me. She said, "Oh, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it amazing?" Oh, I'm so excited. You must be excited. Are you excited? And I said, "No. No, I am not." Yeah, I see the couple of ladies looking at me. I'll explain it to you guys, same way I explained it to her. It's our fourth. It's fucking hard to still be excited about a fourth, I tell you. Like, I can't listen to the same song 4 times, you know what I mean? And my kids aren't the classics. They're not like Billie Jean, Purple Rain, Yesterday. Like, my kids are more like Macarena, Cha-Cha Slide, Oops Upside Your Head kind of kids, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want them when you're on your own, but you make sure they're at a fucking party. That's the kind of kids I've got. I'm also married. I am married. I'm married to a bisexual woman. Yeah, don't worry, you're not supposed to give a fuck. I only bring it up because I'm jealous. I am. My life would be so much easier if I was into men. It really would. Like, I am a fetish for gay men. I'm what's called a bear. Like, I'm a category on Pornhub for gay men. For straight women, the lights have come on in the club. I just need something inside me. You'll do. But my wife is. I do think if I was into men, I would give the best blowjob like any man has ever received in his life. Right? Nothing against any of you ladies. I'm sure you put your back into it. Like, I'm sure you give it your best. But I've been playing one 15 years. Like, I know where all the nooks and crannies are. Like, I know how to get to the best bit. You know what I mean? So I think if I really had to, like, someone had a gun to my mum's head, or like I was really hungry, like if I had to suck a dick, it'd be like gold medal, Olympic level blowjob skills. You know what I mean? Like, I'd put mascara on just so you could ruin it. You know what I mean? Like one of them ones. You know what I mean? And that was my dream. And then a fly flew in my mouth the other week. Yeah, I threw up all over my own shoes. Yeah, my dream died. When you can't handle a fly's cock, you're not handling a man's ear. Let's be honest. But my wife's one of the lucky ones. And I found out she was when we first got together. We were sitting there having the conversation, we had a chat, and the subject of ex-partners came up. Yeah, so me being an idiot, I asked her, "How many other people have you been with?" Now, ladies, if you're on dates tonight, if you're with a man tonight and he asks you that question, don't answer it, right? Don't ever answer it, because you can't fucking win. Right? If it's too low, we start to get insecure, we feel like you loved every one of them, we feel like we can't compete. If it's too high, we start doing the maths of like how far the dicks would stretch. Like if you laid them out like balls to tip, like how far would they go? So my wife was clever. She said she didn't want to tell me. Instead, she said that I was her Dalmatian. Yeah, that man's got it there. 101, all right? That's what that is. I'm married to Cruella de Vil. That's what happened to me. If she doesn't fuck you, nobody will. So I did the dick maths. And if you are curious, 101 dicks at the UK average penis size of 6.5 inches. It's white math. Right? It goes about as long as the average lorry. Yeah. Yeah. Ironically, doesn't quite fit as many people inside it as my wife did. But she must have seen the look on my face of me trying to do the maths, because she said, "Oh, babe, half of them are women." I was like, "Nice." Because that's like ice on a burn, isn't it? Like, it still stings, but it does go away that little bit quicker. It did lead me to have a follow-up question, though. What's the chance of a threesome? She said 100%. They know why I married her. It did lead us to try and organise a threesome. Now, I don't know if anybody's here has ever tried to organise a threesome with their partner. It very quickly starts turning into sorting out dinner. Like, it's a lot of, "What do you fancy?" "Oh, I don't know, what do you fancy?" I'll tell you what, boys, don't let her pick, all right? We had a 6'8" fella called Tyrone round the other week. I still ain't shit right. When I fart, it still sounds like a didgeridoo. It's awful. I did see you trying to convince her for the open relationship. I will. I'll give it. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out. Right? If you do, right? Because my wife does this to me once every 2 weeks, right? Tell him you've got someone coming round, and your house will be the fucking cleanest it has ever been in your life. Like we go full Kim and Aggie. No one's ever been to the fucking house, but she does it every 2 weeks, just to get the house clean. But my wife is she's quite middle class as well. My wife, I don't know if you guys can smell me from there, but I smell like chip fat and disappointment. Like I am council house as they come. You know what I mean? My wife's quite middle class though, so she's trying to make me a bit more middle class. She started off easy. She started off with jam. Yeah, see a couple of you looking like fat boy. You know about jam, right? It's not the substance, right? It's the etiquette of jam. But it does lead me to have a 2-question quiz to find out how middle class someone is. Does anybody want to play? I heard a noise from the back. Let's play. Okay, let's play. Right, where do you keep your jam at home? In the fridge, posh bitch. Fair enough. It's the right answer. You look like you lived in the same kind of house I did. Where'd you keep your jam? In the cupboard, yes. Yeah, it's the wrong answer, but you can't keep it in the cupboard. It goes out of date too quick, so you've got to keep it in the fridge, right? You ready for round 2? You're going to get your jam out. Make yourself a bit of jam on toast. How do you get your jam from the jar to the toast? With a knife. Oh. I'll give it to the man. It's the right fucking answer. You're a piece of shit. Spoons his warm jam out. He's got it. It's the right answer. You've got to use a spoon. You can't use a knife because your knife gets bits on it. Bits get in the jam. Jam starts going out of date. Middle class people are fucking shit scared of jam going out of date, right? So I thought I got it sussed. I thought I got it down. And we was at the in-laws the other day, and my little boy come in and he said, "Can someone make me a jam sandwich?" And I said, "Yes, I can, son. And you lot sit down. I've got this." I walked over to the cutlery drawer, pulled myself out a little teaspoon, start teaspooning jam out, whacking it on a bit of bread. I hear behind me, "He's doing that wrong." I said, "What did you say?" He said, "Oh, you're using the wrong spoon." I said, "Well, I'm not, am I? Because a tablespoon doesn't fit in the fucking jar, does it?" He said, "No, you have to use a jam spoon." I said, "What is one of them?" I said, "Well, every piece of cutlery has a job, doesn't it? Butter knife, fish knife, cheese knife, teaspoon, tablespoon, jam spoon." I said, "Your cutlery drawer has got more jobs than my family, love. You need to sort yourself out." Now, the middle class is starting to rub off on my kids as well. Like, my eldest comes up to me and he says things to me like, "You've got to pronounce your T's, Daddy. You've got to pronounce your T's." I said, "Last time I pronounced my T's when I told your mum to get on top, mate." I said, "Look how that keeps turning out." I found a nice way to get back at them, though. I got a 2-year-old, and there's some swear words you can get away with a 2-year-old that ain't quite swear words, like fox. Fox me, fox you, fox sake. Like, my personal favourite, like I said, he's 2, he still gets his words a little bit jumbled. My personal favourite, like when he gets it right, like it brings like a tear of pride to my eye. My favourite one is "Nan's a cunt." She hates it. She does, she hates it, but she can go fox herself. So, my name is Josh. Joshua on my birth certificate. And if you didn't know, Joshua actually translates to Jesus in Hebrew. Yeah. I was born on the 2nd of January. I was born 8 days late. You're quick with the maths, you there, man. That's Christmas Day, if you're still confused. Some of you are still looking like you don't quite understand how close you were to a second coming. And this could have been it. We all could have just been gone through Joshmush, you know what I mean? Like, now, I've never really been religious, but when I heard those 2 facts, I did think maybe there is a God. And if there is, he was up there watching. He must just been like, "Gabriel, come here, mate." "What is that?" I'm like, "Well, you said you wanted another son." I'm like, "Yes, Gabriel, but remember the last one? Long hair, 6-pack, perform miracles." So this fat fuck still keeps his jam in a cupboard. So he doesn't learn to tell the time until he's in his 20s, Gabriel. Yeah, it's not even a joke. That's just fucking embarrassing. That I can't even give you an exact year. I just remember looking at the clock one day and thought, "Fuck, I'm late." Wait. Backfired on me not too long ago. Like, my wife wanted to go to London to go see a show. We were sat on the tube and she gave me this nice watch to wear. She bought me Father's Day. I got no idea if it's a nice watch or not. It's a fucking bracelet with hands for me. So, well, she made me wear it, so I was wearing it. This lady on the tube, she said, "Has anybody got the time?" And I thought, "Oh, fuck." So I took my watch away, I sat on it, I thought she'd missed 7 stops by the time I figured this out. And as I looked up, there was a black guy sat opposite me, and he was staring at me. And it took me a second, and then it clicked. The white guilt kicked in. It kicked in harder than it's ever kicked in my life. I was like, "Oh no." He's thinking that I was thinking that he was thinking about pinching my watch. That's why I've hid it. You know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell the time thick. I'm not like BNP EDL thick. You know what I mean? Like, there's a line and I'm strictly on one side of it. But how do you explain that on the tube? You can't just start shouting that across there, can you? Nothing makes you look more racist than randomly shouting you're not fucking racist. So I did the only thing I could think of at the time, and I jumped off at Brixton just to prove a point. Thank you very much.
Watmore, ladies and gentlemen.